The house that kept its secret. What investigators found inside Nancy Guthrie's home. What if the most terrifying thing in a room isn't what you can see, but what you can't? Most people imagine a crime scene as something immediately obvious, something visceral and unmistakable. Broken glass, overturned chairs, the visible evidence of a struggle. But seasoned investigators will tell you that the scenes that stay with them longest are not the chaotic ones. They are the quiet ones. The rooms that look exactly the way they should. The kitchens that still smell like the last meal cooked in them. The beds that were turned down but never slept in. The stillness that announces, without a single dramatic detail, that something has gone deeply, irreversibly wrong. That was the first thing federal investigators encountered when they stepped inside Nancy Guthrie's home. Not chaos, not destruction. Just a silence that did not belong there. And when experienced federal agents grow quiet, when press briefings shorten, when updates slow to a trickle, when the people who usually talk stop talking, it means one thing. They have seen something that changes the shape of the entire investigation. So what exactly did they find inside that house? And why did they feel compelled to go back? To understand what made that stillness so significant, you have to start the night before. Nancy's final confirmed evening was, by every available account, entirely ordinary. She spent it at a family member's home not far from her own residence in Tucson, Arizona. The atmosphere was warm and easy. Dinner, conversation, the comfortable rhythm of people who love each other and have spent many evenings together in exactly this way. Nobody present had any reason to remember it as anything other than a pleasant family night. There was no tension, no unspoken friction, no moment that would later seem, in hindsight, like a warning. She returned home just before 10 o'clock that night. That much was confirmed by law enforcement. One detail, however, was never publicly clarified: the identity of the person who drove her home. In most disappearance cases, that kind of information is established and released quickly. It is routine. The fact that it was not publicly emphasized here was the first small thing that did not quite fit. When she stepped inside that night, nothing appeared out of place. She did not contact anyone in distress afterward. No neighbors reported anything unusual. No raised voices, no sounds of a struggle, no alarm activating and then cutting off. The house went dark the way it always did. And by morning, she was gone. An 84-year-old woman who needed assistance to walk any significant distance had vanished from a home that showed no visible evidence that anything had happened at all. When investigators entered the residence, they came prepared to read a crime scene. They expected the standard vocabulary of a forced entry. A broken lock? A disturbed window? Some sign that the environment had resisted what happened inside it. They found none of that. Every door was intact. Every window unbroken. The furniture sat exactly where furniture sits in a home that has not been disturbed. No marks on the floors. No signs of resistance on the walls. The house was not just tidy. It was composed. Preserved. As if the night had moved through it without leaving fingerprints. That composure was not reassuring. It was alarming. Because when a person disappears from their own home, and the home itself shows nothing, no damage, no chaos, no evidence of fear, investigators began asking a very different set of questions than the ones they started with. The absence of struggle does not mean the absence of danger. It means either the person was not frightened, or they were given no opportunity to be. It suggests timing. It suggests planning. It suggests someone who knew exactly how to move through that space without disrupting it. And it raises the possibility. Quiet, but insistent. That fear never entered the room at all. That whatever happened had been arranged so carefully that the house itself became part of the cover. The FBI's arrival early in the case signaled something important. Federal agencies do not involve themselves in routine missing person investigations. Their jurisdiction and their resources are reserved for situations that go beyond what local law enforcement is built to handle. Cross-state coordination, organized behavior,